Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to SBAA Nation. My name is Keith, aka Keystone, and I got the freaking plays for y'all. College football Friday. Now, Thursday, well, it was kind of a filling it out process. We had some good reads, some bad beats. It was kind of a very middling day, but I want to go over a quick recap. Then I got a bunch of player props, and I got the parlay of the freaking day. Now, hopefully, we can do better because I'll tell you what, looking back on one of those reads today, wasn't my best look. Now, we did hit this one on the VIP, thank goodness. Now I gave you guys this. I told you I locked it in at 115. That was part of this. And then I also had Sorsby here, and you guys got a better line, but he absolutely crushed us. He ended up having almost 100 rushing yards. So yeah, we absolutely crushed that. Great read there. The VIP has this open. So this was a little 1.1 unit play. And guys, there's free picks in the recap. There's two of them right here. Iowa State. Now these are very juiced, of course. But guess what? This was a safety parlay that I built. Okay. NC State got it done. Did they sweat? Did they kind of fuck us in a lot of ways? They sure did. We got fucked by a couple things tonight, actually. But very confident Iowa State comes home from Ireland and takes care of this South Dakota FCS team. 7-1 favorites. I hope they can pull it off. And then South Carolina against Virginia Tech. Well, Virginia Tech, man, they play tough, man. But you know what? I think South Carolina gets it done. There's a lot of hype on this team right now with Lenore Sellers. Give me them to win, guys. You can use these as parlay pieces, but I'm just showing you the recap of what we got on the VIP now that this leg is done. And this was, unfortunately, the recap. It was a 3-3 day on all the technical picks I gave you guys. The guy from Boise had no chance. He rushed okay in the first quarter, but they fell behind, had no chance. Taylor hit this easy. Sorsby hit his rushing easy. Hollywood Smothers absolutely fucked us, man. Just fucked us. The chalkboard play I gave you guys, Sorsby on the other end of it. He had 22 carries, 20 freaking 2. And I said if I got 13, I felt like we are going to hit. He just couldn't get a second big play off. Wisconsin covered the 5.5. That was an alt line. And then, yeah, this game in Arrowhead, we're going to get into that right here. It unfortunately failed. We had some other misses too, guys. Look at this. There's another free pick right here, and he's going to be in one of these plays. Actually, you know what? He's not, but this is a free pick for you guys. I love Cam Coleman. I don't think Baylor's defense is going to have an answer for this guy. He might be the best college football receiver if he gets decent quarterback play in the entire country this season. I think he's that freaking good. Now, you can see right here, Raiola, I mean, look, this game just bent our asses backwards and puckered us up. It was rough, man. And we were, 5 yards short of hitting this and worst possible thing. So told you guys I like the over in this game. Looking back on it, this is the last time I ever trust a Matt Rule coach team. This guy has no desire to win. They're lucky they won this football game. And he did some of the play calling I saw in the early fourth quarter. It was just like so egregious. And, you're going to miss some guys. Okay. If you can't handle the L, you don't deserve the W. And looking back on this, in a Big Ten game, like, with Matt Rule right here, I mean, I probably should have just said, you know what? It's going to be an ugly punt. Neither team would throw the ball down the field. It was a check down fest, and we were still right there. And Cincinnati had a chance to tie the game. And that's what I told you guys. We get 20-20, we win. They took a penalty, and I'm sorry, but this entire game was tilted towards Nebraska. All the officiating went in favor of Nebraska. The entire Arrowhead Stadium was filled up with Nebraska fans. Cincinnati had no chance. It should have been an offsetting penalty. Yes, there was a hold on the offensive lineman, but there was also clear pass interference, which they let them get away with the entire freaking game. It was painful, man. And we were right there in field goal range, and they took a 10-yard penalty that should have been offsetting. Should have replayed the down. And then he took a shot to the end zone, and unfortunately it got intercepted. It was a nice interception. It was a high skill play. But yeah, it's just a little frustrating. And then this one right here, I still like this. Is going to be part of the book play today. So let's get into some picks. All right, so we're going to start with that sports book play of the day. Now, if you guys are on a DFS state like Texas, California, Georgia, like a lot of my premium members are, well, rebet your best chance. You can literally lock these plays in. You can join us. We're going to hit this one. I just know it. We're going to bounce back today on the free one I gave you. The VIP play that I love is still open, so we're going to still be profitable. But I want to do better on the free picks. I pride myself on giving you guys freaking winners. in the whole process, I'm hoping, is that when you take the winnings, you don't just run off and buy a new TV. You truly get your mind right. You level freaking up and you hop on the VIP with us and you start profiting massively. Okay. So, 100, like I said, $100 match when you use promo code SBAA. If you once you hop on that VIP, you're going to unlock my 10K future UFC bet that actually starts early next month, starts in October. All right, so let's get into these picks. We got a 2-pick same game parlay, and then I have a third leg. I thought all about this, how I wanted to roll this out. We ended up going plus money here. It's a little aggressive, but for a 3-pick, especially, usually I like to keep these 2 picks right around, negative 120, 130 ish, somewhere in that range, because we have a ton of success. We have a long track record hitting these plays, but I like this one. Now, Georgia Tech, I told you guys I like them. I like their team total over 27 and a half. I told you I think they hang at least 30 points here, probably even more. I think this is a mismatch. You can make the argument Colorado has transformed, that the strength of this team, believe it or not, might be their offensive line. And they might run the freaking ball. And Caden Salter's coming in, a transfer, taking over Shadir Sanders, more of an athlete. He's got probably a stronger arm, but you know what he really has? He's got that dual threat ability. So all I need really in my mind is like 13 points from Colorado, and I think both these hit. And I like Georgia Tech on the money line. I think they're going to win this game. I think they're just clearly the better team right now. I think this line's way too close. If this was in Georgia Tech, it'd probably be like 14 points, guys. And the line right now is, I think they're like -4, 4.5. We're playing it safe. If something happens crazy, it's closer than I think. I still think we hit this total, but I also think they don't lose by more than a field goal. So we comboed those two things together. And then the game of the freaking night. And I hope y'all watch this one because it should be a good one down there in Texas. Auburn's at Baylor. Auburn's 4 straight losing seasons. There's a lot of hype around this team. They have some great players. Like I mentioned, Cam Coleman. We gave him in the recap there. That's a play I really like. I don't think Baylor's defense is going to be able to hang with this dude, but I think it'll be a close game. I really do. And I think Baylor's offense, the way they ended last season with Sawyer Robinson, you're going to see him in our Prizepicks, or excuse me, actually, it's on Dabble today. You're going to see him and one of his receivers in the player props. I just think this is going to be a close game. I like the home field advantage factor here. I've been hearing some weird talks from Auburn that they might even like rotate quarterbacks and not just go Jackson Arnold. Well, that I don't like the sound of that. So I do think Baylor wins this game. I think it'll be close, but I think they win outright. But we're playing it safe here. We're gonna take them if they lose by a touchdown. Okay, you add it all up. We put another half unit on this to win a little over double our freaking money. That is the sportsbook play of the day. All right, so for the DFS play of the day, it's going to be over on Dabble. Like I said, you can get a $10 freaking dollars free, no deposit required, no strings attached. And when you use promo code SBA, it's legal in a ton of states. I need to update this photo. It's illegal in my state now. So the first 2 picks, I gave these out last Saturday, guys. We're talking almost 7 nights ago, literally. And these lines have moved up. Arch is at like 25, 27 now everywhere. Haynes Kings at like 42 everywhere. I still like both those at those numbers. If you come in late, I mean, this is why it's so important to sub to the channel and turn on notifications, because when I drop these videos, especially the early ones in the week, we're getting like my knowledge and like early line value. I think they both hit these very comfortably. I expect to cash this 3x slip, but I don't mind these guys. I would play Haynes King up to like 42, and I'd play Arch up to like 26.5 tops. Yeah. So, but I do like that. And so let's get into the play I got for you guys. Okay, so you can make the argument this is kind of like let me blow this up a little bit for you guys. You can make the argument that this is kind of like a hedge play off Haynes King. Now, this guy's an all-conference running back, Jamal Haynes. He's going to be busy. And look, I think the read option is going to give Colorado's defense just a ton of problems. I mentioned that in prior videos dating back to Saturday. I mentioned it in yesterday's when we talked about the total in this game. One of these guys probably going to hit their mark, if not both. It wouldn't shock me if Haynes King had 50, 60 rushing yards and this guy had 100, and they just dominated this game on the ground and just kept riling up points. That's what we're hoping for. So give me Jamal Haynes on the 70 push line. Okay, and so this pays like 5.7x, I think, on Dabble. And the reason why it doesn't pay 6 is because this is correlated. But for 5.7, this is fantastic correlation, guys. Look. So Haynes, he hit this in 3 of his last 5 games. You can see what he did in the last 2, just totally dominated. This guy's good, man. I'm telling you, he's going to be involved. I'd be shocked if he didn't hit this 70 line. And you're getting a good line because the books have this at 70.5. So you got that push potential on Dabble. And then Sawyer Robinson, well, the Baylor offense, I think they won like 6 of their last 7 games, maybe 5 in a row, something like that. They played really well, and you can see what he did: 310, 445 passing yards, 329 over here, only 200 here. And then, yeah, he barely missed right here against TCU. And that's, it was a close game, but he barely missed. So these were all close. I like Sawyer, man. I think Auburn's front 7 will actually shut down Baylor's running game. So I think it's all going to be on this guy's hands. And if their coach is smart, they're going to play with some tempo, and that's going to help our chances to hit this passing total. He's got to play with some tempo. I'm telling you, it's going to be a key to this game. So naturally, when I first looked at this, I kind of like the over in this game too, but I'm like, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. We're just going to stick to player props, and we're going to take Baylor not to lose by more than 8 points. If we get a touchdown loss, we're good in the green. And then his top receiver, Josh Cameron, clearly, look what this guy did to close the season during that winning streak last year, okay? 56 here, that's a hit. 101 here, had a bad game here. Everyone had a bad game against Houston. And then crushed here against Kansas and crushed here against LSU. Okay, Baylor versus LSU in the bowl game. Look what he did, 111 yards. This is clearly Sawyer's favorite target. Auburn, I think the strength of their defense is their front 7 unit. Like, it's the ability to stop the run, maybe get some pressure on the quarterback. I also think that this guy is not just a downfield dude. I think he's more than capable of running these like slants, these quick, 5-yard routes where these could just build up over time. So I love this pair, guys. I freaking love it. It's one of my top plays of the day. And you got to remember something. When I give you these DFS props, okay, you see the money we put in on the books, half a unit, $250. It was plus 115, right? This is like plus 5.7. So you don't put $500 on this play. You put like maybe 100, or if that's your normal unit size on a book play, maybe even go like $25. Go like quarter units on these. Get more exposure, get more looks. And then when 1 or 2 of them hits and you have 10 total plays, you're in business. If a third one hits and you get hot, you really made some money tonight. So view it like that. That's how DFS works. It's much harder to hit. I'm just telling you guys the truth. It just is. And the edge we have with hitting it is this correlation. And 5.7, quite frankly, you are not going to get that on the books. If you set this same play on DraftKings, you're not going to get that. So sign up with Dabble. Let's win some freaking cash, man. It was a very middling day yesterday. I don't like middling days. I like winning days. I'm a winner. That's what we do here. Long term, the track record's there, guys. And I know that sucks. We lost that book play. It does suck. But you know what? The VIP one's going to hit, and we're going to be profitable. And then that one I gave you all today, it's going to smash too. So real quick, before I let you guys go, I wanted to let you know right now, you see the ticker down there, promo code CFB college football. This is the price of a weekly pass, guys. All my guys already paid for the full season, prior to this, to today, and we're not done yet. We judge our wins and losses and our profits and our ROI at the end of Sunday in a normal football week. Maybe we can make the argument Monday because we got Monday Night Football coming up with NFL. But this pays for itself. Don't view it as a cost. View it as an investment. You get all my picks, okay? You would have had that 3x winner. We were right there on that Raiola play. We were literally 2 yards short, 3 yards short. But if you can see right here, the monthly price, okay, it pays for itself. Like I said, don't view it as a cost. Type in promo code CFB. You're going to literally get the month for the price of a week. And I'm taking this down once that Texas game starts on Saturday morning with Arch Manning going up against Ohio State. Guys, on top of that, just the bare minimum, get on the free winnable plan. I got future bets. I gave one out today. I think it's a lock. I absolutely think it's a lock. I think I put a unit and a half on it. And then I got another one that I'm dropping tomorrow. I got a Heisman winner that I'm about to put $1,000 on. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to hit. It's going to hit. And that's going to be distributed on the winnable free plan. But you get some of the picks there. But, guys, you got to level up. Stop viewing this as a cost. It is not. You waste $97 on the dumbest shit in a month. Okay? You want to level up. You want to get to the point of retirement at age 40 like I did. You want to truly take this seriously. All you have to do is copy plays, man. You don't even have to sit there and study. You don't have to do any work. I send the plays out for you and we profit. All right. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.